I once finished the project perfectly, but he looked annoyed. I met the deadline, I checked everything. The work was great. Then I went to my Japanese manager and said, "It's finished." He said, "Arigato," but he looked annoyed. And I remember thinking, what did I do wrong? The project was finished. There was no major mistakes. I delivered exactly what he had asked for. It took me a long time to understand the problem. It had nothing to do with the quality of my work. The problem was that I had said nothing until the project was finished. In many workplaces outside of Japan, you may be expected to take responsibility for a task, complete it independently, and report the final result. If there is no problem, there may be no reason to contact your manager. But in many Japanese workplaces, your manager is not only evaluating the final result, they are also asking themselves, do I know what is happening? Is everything still on schedule? Is there a problem I don't know about? Am I going to be surprised later? This is why doing good work is sometimes not enough. You also need to make your work visible while it is happening. In Japanese workplaces, there is a common concept called ほうれんそう. It comes from three words: 報告, reporting, 連絡, information, and 相談, consult. Japanese people often explain these three words separately, but today I want to give you a much simpler way to understand them. ほうれんそう is how you stop the people around you from being surprised. So, stop surprises. 安心. It gives your manager and coworkers a sense of security. Your manager usually does not need to know every tiny thing you do. They do not need a message every 20 minutes. The important question is, could this information affect the deadline? Or quality? A customer? Budget? Or someone else's task? If the answer is yes, you probably need to communicate it. The goal is not constant reports. The goal is to share information early enough that other people can respond. A useful principle is don't report only when the work is complete. Report when the situation changes. So when is it? I'm going to talk about 5 situations where you should usually give an update. Number 1, running late. The work is taking longer than expected. Imagine that you told your manager you would finish a task by Friday. On Wednesday, you realize that you probably won't finish it by Friday. Tell your manager as soon as you notice the risk. Don't wait until Friday afternoon. Even if you are still trying to finish it on time, let them know that the deadline may be affected. You could say, for example, 予定より少し時間がかかっています。It is taking a little longer than expected. Or you could say, 金曜日までに終わらない可能性があります。There is a possibility that it won't be finished by Friday. The earlier you share this, the more options your manager has. Number 2, something unexpected happens. A customer changes a request. A supplier is late. Some information is missing. A system stops working. Even if the problem is not your fault, the people affected by it need to know. You can say, 少し問題が発生しました。A problem has occurred. Then explain what happened and what you were doing next. Real quick, if this is helping, hit a like and subscribe. I post constantly to help international professionals communicate clearly, build trust, and succeed in Japanese workplace. So, back to it. Number 3, unsure about a decision. You're not sure about an important decision. Some people think asking for help makes them look incompetent. But in Japanese workplace, making an important decision without checking can be much riskier. You could say, このまま進めてよいか確認させてください。Please let me confirm whether I should proceed this way. Or, A と B のどちらで進めるべきか相談したいです。I would like to consult with you about whether we should proceed with A or B. Do not just bring a problem. Show that you have thought about the options. Number 4, your work affects someone else. Maybe another team cannot begin until finish. Maybe your coworker needs your information for a meeting. Maybe your delay will change someone else's schedule. In that case, communication is not only for your manager. You may also need to inform the people affected. You could say, スケジュールに影響が出る可能性があるため共有いたします。I'm sharing this because it may affect the schedule. By the way, 影響ね。影響 effect. 影響が出る。これで to affect です。And number 5, you reach an important stage. はい。Updates are not only for problems. You can also report progress when you reach an important milestone. For example, 現在全体の 70% ほど完了しています。About 70% of the work is currently complete. This tells your manager that work is moving forward and gives them a chance to correct the direction before it is too late. Those 5 points tells you when you should speak up. Once you decide to give an update, what you should include. A useful progress update usually answers 4 questions. Number 1, progress. Where are you now? Number 2, remaining work. What is still unfinished? Number 3, risk. Is there a problem or risk? Number 4, next step. What will happen next? For example, 例えば、現在全体の 70% ほど完了しています。About 70% is complete. This is about progress. 残っているのは資料の最終確認です。The remaining task is a final review of the materials. It's about remaining work. 数字の確認に時間がかかっています。Confirming the figure is taking some time. It's about risk. And 明日の午前中までに提出できる見込みです。I expect to be able to submit it by tomorrow morning. It's about next step. This is much more useful than simply saying まだ終わっていません。It isn't finished yet. The first updates gives your manager a clear picture. The second one only creates more questions. So, why do many international employees still wait too long before giving an update? A common reason is that they want to solve the problem first. They wait until they have a perfect solution before saying anything. Maybe you think, I don't want to bother my manager. I should solve this myself. Or I'll report it when I know exactly what to do. That sounds responsible, but your manager may see it differently. They may think, why didn't you tell me earlier? I could have helped. Or now we have fewer options. The longer you wait, the more serious the situation can become. So please avoid them. And you don't need to have the perfect answer before speaking. You can say, まだ解決策は決まっていませんが、まず状況を共有します。はい。We have not decided on a solution yet, but I would first like to share the situation. The sentence is extremely useful. You are not pretending to have everything under control, but you are also not hiding the problem. ほうれん草 does not mean that every Japanese company works in exactly the same way. It does not mean that you should ask for permission before doing anything. Sorry, this one, ね。And it does not mean the manager should control everything, control every detail of your work. The real purpose is coordination. A good update allows your manager to say, everything is fine, keep going, or actually, let's change the direction now. The small coordination may save hours or days of unnecessary work. So the purpose of reporting is not to show that you are obedient. It is to reduce uncertainty. When people feel that they will not be surprised by your work, they are more likely to trust with larger responsibilities. So it becomes trust. Looking back, my manager was not annoyed because my project was bad. He was annoyed because until the moment I said it's finished, he had no idea what was happening. From my perspective, I was independently complete my work. From his perspective, the project had disappeared into a black box. That difference in perspective caused a problem. Once I understood that, work became easier. I started giving short updates before people had to ask. Managers stopped checking on me so often, and they started trusting me with more important work. Knowing when to report is only one part of communicating effectively in a Japanese workplace. You also need to know how to speak in meetings, ask for help, raise concerns, disagree politely, and communicate clearly with Japanese managers and coworkers. This is exactly what I help international professionals with in my workplace Japanese communication program. I've created a free cheat sheet called Before They Ask. It includes 7 situations where you should update your manager, a simple decision checklist, and practical Japanese templates you can use at work. Get the free guide using the link below in the description. You'll also receive more information about the program. I'll see you in the next video.